going to get exponentially more expensive, and the things that are coming in are going to be delayed and then overpriced due to the tariffs. So it's just a combination of a whole lot of things that are getting ready to go bad. So the elites are trying to be a step forward. They're going to establish the military presence ahead of time so that when people start bugging out, they can so-called have damage control already in place, man. So that's what you see going on right now.
And they meet resistance from the local government because both the mayor and the governor said no. And the mayor and the governor both told their officers in their state and in this city that you have the dominion of the rule. They do not have authority over you. All right? He told them to resist that. That you're the authority, not them. So you know, you got that Egyptian versus Egyptian thing building up as well. Right? Somebody grab that Isaiah 19 verse 4.
Book of Isaiah chapter 19 verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor.
Right. You also have to take into consideration the military people that are not with this. And I don't know if you're aware of it, but Trump sent out some decree. Someone can maybe try to look up and find it, where he's trying to cleanse the military. Meaning he's trying to get rid of any sedition that might happen. Any officers that will stand up for the Constitution and not for him. Any officer that will stand up for the law of the land and not for him, he's trying to get rid of. He's trying to get rid of those officers, like all those ones that came on and spoke and told our soldiers to resist these unlawful orders. He's trying to get rid of those guys and just keep the yes men, the yes Trumpster men in. All right, it's just going to do whatever he says. Versus those who are like, no, we're going to uphold the Constitution and save America. It's like, fuck what you say. Because right now, because by him doing these things that he's doing, according to the law of the land, that's yours, brother. Go to the camera. Watch when you dig in your pockets, brother. All right? But, you made me lose my track. What was I saying?
You was about Trump cleansing the military.
Yeah, well, right. He wants to cleanse the military. And you know, and so you got these guys that are yes, click their heels together, salute, yes, Trump, man. And then you got the ones that are like, no, fuck you, we're here. We took an oath to defend the Constitution for both foreign and domestic, and you're a domestic terror. You're being a domestic tyranny. You know, you're not ruling according to the rule of the land. So, in actuality, if you are a patriot to America, to the American flag, to the Constitution, you are enemy of the power that of the whole power structure that's in power right now. Exactly. In all honesty, because they're going to make you a problem, right? That's exactly what they're aiming to do. Why he wants to get rid of all these officers now.
He might just have to. That might justify them bringing in NATO, blue helmets.
Well, and then that's going to be hard too, because now NATO is separated from America as well.
You take the whore.
So so America and NATO, the NATO nations are getting ready for war. France told its people that it's dire, and that they need to collect batteries, they need to collect blankets, they need to collect water. This is what the French government was telling their citizens. And what is America telling its citizens? Go take a jump shot or something. You know, or go party.
Watch Love Island.
Right. Have you gotten your flu shot yet? I mean, you know, like that's gonna save you from the pew-pews and, you know, and feed you or some shit.
Peace and safety.
Right.
That's what Trump said. Trump said, hey, we bring in the troops, and guess what? We're going to have peace. We're going to be safe again.
And we just had an Edomite, you know, one of the teammates start talking about this out of nowhere.
Yeah.
About what Trump's about to do and how he said, you know, he's going to send all them troops down to the south side, and it's going to kick some shit off, and it's not going to go how Trump expects it to go, right? Because Wayans is going to fight back, right? And a lot of them going to get decimated, but they're going to fight back, right? It's going to be some problems. This ain't These ain't the same Negroes you was facing in the 1921, right? In the year of the bloody summer. This that generation of Nat Turner's, what's his Tucson? What's his name? Tucson? Yeah, that guy. You know, Jake is in that spirit.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. It says, hey, Judah shall be a terror to Egypt.
Get it? Yeah.
You know, because you got a whole generation of people that's more so my age. Their whole lifestyle is to fight against and to rebel against the government. You know, they wear it as a badge of honor when they go to jail for protesting. They wear it as a badge of honor when they go to jail for getting on there with the police. That's the spirit that these little niggas in, man. I know a nigga who his profile picture is a picture of him from the George Floyd riots, and him in the police officer face telling them, and it was on the news and everything, him telling the police officer, you ain't shit. Take your badge off, I'll beat the fuck out of you. That's his profile picture, man. They take that as a badge of honor.
I get this scripture. This book of Isaiah 19 and verse 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid of himself because of the counsel of Yahweh folks, which he have determined against it. And exactly right, man. You see these YNs, you know, raise the havoc downtown. What they call it, team takeover. We got these young niggas jumping on cars and shit like that, you know? Things of that nature, man.
Yeah, you definitely got that rebellious spirit in the air, man. Go ahead and read that Isaiah one more time. All right, because not only are you going to have police versus the military, you're going to have the military versus the military, and then eventually you're going to have all-out sedition. Okay, it's gonna happen, man.
It's the book of Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Right. So, you know, it's going to be nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. That's race wars. That's world wars, class wars. It's basically a damn apocalyptic Royal Rumble, except with pew-pews and machetes and knives and hammers, whatever they can pick up. You know, like the opening scene of Gangs in New York, if you've never seen it, man.
Shit finna be like Fortnite. Motherfuckers just running around the map trying to take niggas out.
Years of war, when the free fall.
Yeah.
Can I read that Matthew 24?
Absolutely, bro.
Matthew 24, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And this is what we're out warning people about. Why you have, you know, other guys in different, you know, camps and not even camp banging, but, you know, they are basically still in that same spirit Donald Trump is in, peace and prosperity. That's nowhere near the condition that we are in as Americans, man. You know, not even just Chicago. This is a worldwide thing, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems in Trump. There's a lot of problems worldwide, citizens and their governments. All right, even the Israelis are over there up in arms and constantly rioting against their government, right? Because ones that can see, you know, you got ones that are screaming, hey, you're the biggest, you know, anti-Sem out there. You're gonna cause all this. You're gonna make people do shit to us, and it's true, because they're actually how they pretend to be the victim all the time. With their actions is gonna actually make them the victim for real. Yep. Because the nations of the world are getting ready to really be on that shit. Yep. So now, right? So now and then people are gonna ignore it because people are tired of hearing it. You know, you're an anti-Sem. You're every time you say something, and now it's lost its power. And with all the shit that they constantly do, the nations are angry at them, man. And a lot of Americans, especially white Americans, all right, are angry at them because Jake too stupid to realize the devastation that those people are doing to you economically and controlling shit. You know, they don't understand that. But these other Edomites do. And so they're angry with those people, man. And they tired of it. How many Edomites I've heard say if I hear that word one more time?
Yeah,
You know? They're tired of hearing the anti-Semitic shit. They're over it. You know, every time I have a problem or a grief with an individual, they go, you know, put up this fake shield and hide behind it.
Right.
Captain America shield.
Right, they form a shield wall with no shield. You still looking at their hands.
Right. There's a small head comedian crashing out, and other Edomites, they basically showed him how hypocritical it was, because he was like, wait a minute, you make fun of everybody, but the minute we make fun of you, now it's an issue. And this is on a live podcast. He crashing out, red in the face. They basically like, nah, man, that's bullshit, man. You know, so the whole world is sick. I got an Obadiah.
Bring it out, bring it out.
This is Obadiah verse 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. So Esau is chiefly Amalek, which is one of the tribes of Esau, the chief tribe of Esau. You're the most despised group of people on the planet Earth, man.
Absolutely.
Globally now, man. And you small in numbers. Your numbers are decreasing daily, all right?
Weak sperm.
And your weak sperm, your women don't want you.
You're dying left and right.
Yep, you dying left and right, and most importantly, the whole world is against you now, man.
Hey, that's kind of
We
the
prophesied these days will come.
Yep.
that's kind of the trend on, or the theme on Instagram and TikTok now. Anytime somebody starts talking about a problem that's going on in the world, the caption always says it's the, and then they put the juice box.
Yep.
They literally do it every time.
Wow.
Every time. It's
Wow,
all
yeah.
on Twitter.
Or to be like, when your kids finally ask you why is there so many problems in the world, and they got the caption of the dude, oh, you're ready to go down the rabbit hole about the juice that you never knew you were gonna go down. That's the theme now. Everybody is calling Amalek out. He can't have that for what he is, a piece of shit, man. A liar, as the elder always says, the victim villain, man. He goes and does some bullshit, and then says you did the bullshit.
Right. He's the chief of the lineage of evil. This is Luke 21, and start at verse 21. And it reads, then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written might be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and the wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So we're at that part where the time of the Gentiles is being fulfilled, and this is going to happen again. All right, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun. Isn't it supposed to be a blood moon soon?
Yeah.
Again?
Two of them, I think.
Yeah.
No, it's supposed to be a blood moon and an eclipse.
Oh man. And look how many of those have happened over the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Let
Right.
alone in the same month. You about to have a blood moon and a lunar eclipse in the same goddamn month, man.
Okay?
That's crazy.
There shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. The nations have never been more stressed out, especially the nation of Edom here within America, because they're on the internet every day crashing out about how afraid they were.
Yep.
Right? And this big ass Edomite, this big burly man just won this fight today. Out of nowhere, started talking about, we talking about, you know, I don't even know how the conversation started.
We was talking about whooping niggas.
I don't even remember. And he started talking about the troops coming here in trucks. It's getting ready to be war. It's going to start a race war. And the people going to die, and it's all fucked up.
Oh my God.
And we like, where the fuck that come from, nigga?
Esau through.
Yeah.
Through, bro. Through.
Right? But it says, men's hearts are failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on earth, for powers of heaven shall be shaken. Now, this big ass dude knew shit is about to be fucked up. But what's wrong with Jacob? Right? It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud and with power and great joy. They keep talking about this gigantic chariot that's out there that keeps changing course, moving around. And they say that they're looking at it through their scopes. They say that this is not a natural anatomy. This structure is not natural. This structure was built, with heavenly construction. It's not gonna fall. It's not gonna like on aliens and crash and leave you little gems here and there.
Shoot it down.
Where you can build alien weapons and shit. No.
Reverse engineer it.
Right.
The transmission ain't gonna go
you
out.
reverse engineer it, and now you run around jumping from tree to tree like a predator.
Yeah, nah, man.
Niggas gonna shoot it down.
Right.
It says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And their redemption, only people being redeemed are the Israelites, man. All right? In Romans, the 9th chapter, which explains every other thing in Romans that you might use to try to counter and say everyone else. Romans, the 9th chapter, makes it clear. It tells you that the promises and the service and the glory of heaven is given unto the Israelites. And somebody can read it.
I got it right here. This is the book of Romans 9 and verse, let me start at the top of it.
Start at verse 1 and read down to 5. Yeah.
Romans 9 and 1, it says, I say the truth in Mashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continued sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed for Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
So this right here kills any notion. You can't go say there's no difference between Jew and the Greek when you read this, also by Paul. So so right here he said it's only for the Israelites, then he said it's for, notice he didn't say no other nation either. That's because you dummies out there do not know the history about the Greek captivity. Continue.
To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law.
So the glory of serving the Lord and the giving of the law is given only to Israel. All right? When you go to Hebrews, the 8th chapter, somebody can go there. All right? That new covenant, well, we just gonna read it. Right?
This is Hebrews chapter 8 and 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For
Start at
Christ-
6, actually.
Okay. Hebrews chapter 8 and 6. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also is he a meditator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them,
So
say,
when you go to Romans 9, 1 through 5, which he just read, this is the direct precept to it. This is who that new covenant is with. All right? But go ahead and keep reading, brother. I was just making that point. When you read Romans, the 9th chapter, verses 1 through 5, it links up with 8 and 8 here, with Hebrews 8 and 8.
Right.
Right? That giving of the law and all, that's part of the new covenant. That's only for the Israelites according to the flesh.
Right.
Not the converts. You had the converts during the time of John Hyrcanus. Those were your ish. And then you had the converts during the time of Kagan Bullock. You're the new ish. All right? Which the ones today, all right, they are part of that. Okay? You can't have that. Go ahead.
It said the covenants in the book of Romans, meaning it's more than one. You have the first covenant and the second covenant, which still pertains only to the children of Israel.
Romans 7 and 1. The law have dominion over man as long as he liveth. And that's in the simple, and which is why the Lord is coming with the second covenant, because we all died under the first covenant. Nobody can keep it now. You have to try and keep it to the best of your ability today. All right? But that's all you can do is try. Because everybody slips up. All right?
continuing in verse 8, He saith, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws in their inward parts,
Right?
in their mind, and write them in their hearts.
And how is that done? That's done in 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter. Okay, somebody can hold that. Okay? Go ahead.
I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
Yep.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor.
Now stop right there. Your neighbor is another Israelite. Somebody get 1 Samuel 15:28 real quick, just to prove that point. Then you're going to continue reading. Then we're going to go to 1 Corinthians. Come on.
This is 1 Samuel 15:28. And Samuel said unto him, Yahweh hath rent the kingdom of Yasharallah from thee this day, and have given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thou.
So he didn't give it to another nation. All right? And we all know that the kingdom was given to David forever. All right? Forever. All right?
I got a precept for you, others, proving what you're saying, because it said that we would, in the new covenant, we wouldn't have to teach our neighbors, right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2,
This is a cut.
and verse 1. It says, the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem. So there you go. If the people under the new covenant don't have to be taught, but it's saying in the kingdom of heaven, the rest of the nations will have to come and be taught. That shows you what?
It's already in us. Perfect. Right? It's going to be put in us. That's why we're going to be an everlasting kingdom that never fails. Because we're going to have people with this book. We won't need these phones and these books anymore. We'll have them just because they look cool. So we don't have gold ones. Right, everything, yeah, just for style points. All right? But in actuality, we won't need them. Actually, the nations will need them. Because they're going to have to flip the pages to rebuke somebody, because if they don't rebuke them, they know the judges is coming.
Right.
You want the judges to come here?
Right.
Yeah, it looks like we got to stone you, bro. Hey, there it is.
You don't have to take that.
Right. What would the judges do? Well, we don't want the judges to come here, so you're going to get judged according to this book. That's what it's been telling you all along, man. That's what we've been telling you ever since we came out on these streets. All right? Go ahead, brother. What was that? Isaiah 2?
Isaiah 2. And it I read 1 through 3, but it continues on down to 4. You want me to read 4 as well?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to get a middle.
Because it said in Micah too.
Right.
Just to back up the Hebrews 8, the morning read. This is the book of Jeremiah 31 and 31.
Perfect.
Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, right, the southern and the northern kingdom, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, because we were in the flesh, man. We were bound to go out because we were in the sinful flesh. It says, out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I wasn't husband unto them, saith Yahweh, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their it will be their power, and they shall be my people. So these laws, statutes, and commandments are going to be programmed into us, man. It's going to be like second nature, man. Yeah. And it says, verse 34, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord Yahweh, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. You know, just backing up the Hebrews 8, the brother Aloyan read, man. We're going to be made perfect, man. You know?
Yeah, it is. That's right.
Imagine your children. As a small children. You know how wise they gonna be in the kingdom?
Right.
That's gonna be crazy, isn't it?
And then they're gonna check the little heathen kids.
Yeah, facts. Daily.
They little niggas.
Yeah.
Nuking their ass.
Right.
And walking around with Esau on his chain, carrying his ass around to make him do some work.
Tall as fuck.
It's 1 Corinthians 15 and 50.
Perfect.
Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
That's right, brother. That is absolutely right. Okay? What that's telling you is that we're going to be changed into immortals. We're going to become gods. All right? We're going to become 144,000 little bright burns. Okay? Woo. Led by King David. With him being led by Yahweh Shai. What, man, come on, man.
Y'all in trouble.
Smoke.
The most dangerous warrior that ever breathed on God's green earth is coming back to lead his people now. Under the authority of our Creator.
The captain of the army of the Lord.
Right?
Shit.
That's exactly. Head chief, the real chief.
Right.
It's Isaiah 9 and 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders.
See, the government shall be upon his shoulders. The new government. There's not going to be an American government. A Japanese. You Christians are full of shit. So God bless America. God get ready to destroy America.
Right.
The American government is responsible for more death, more blood, more rape. You still got issues with child pedo stuff and trafficking here among your leaders, among your military leaders, among the people in high places that make the rules. That they trying to protect one right now.
Right. And this is new Canaan. All the shit that them wicked ass Canaanites was doing in our land, these elites, they're doing the same shit now.
Yeah.
They're sacrificing the same God now.
Matter of fact, that that Babylonian Canaanite bullshit, man. The Kamala, the Talmud, all that stuff, man. None of that's godly at all. All right? And another thing, too. Read what you just read again.
Isaiah 9 and 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
The government shall be upon his shoulder, and that government will be speaking Hebrew. They won't be speaking Yiddish. They won't be speaking the German Slavic language, written with Hebrew characters, and Assyrian Hebrew characters on top of that. That's not even the real Hebrew. All right? The fact that they use the Assyrian script is evidence against them. That's the evidence of their fraud. Okay? Because that's not what the ancient Israelites used. Exactly. Talking about what chocolate?
Right.
Chocolate on their fingers, all in their mouth. With them, though, it's blood.
Yeah. Blood drinkers.
Right.
That's your
What
history.
blood?
Yeah. Them a vampire.
Hey, Elder, going into what you was talking about too, the Elder Yashawamba was down in Dallas was just talking about how all Esau did was, because you was talking about how they doing the same shit that the Canaanites was doing in our land. Because Canaan took that from the serpent. And from the sons of the wicked. They took the ways from them. And when Esau was born back into the earth, he just went and got his shit back. Time to redo this shit all over again, nigga. That's why you see them doing all of those same things over and over again.
Hit me if you try.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That was bugged out.
Oh, I thought you said Indians was a tribe.
That's how rumors get started, bro.
I heard nothing.
It said, continuing in Isaiah 9 and 6, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. It says, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end.
There should be no end, man. And when you read the Lord's Prayer, when it says on earth as it is in heaven, all right, once again, Hebrew will be the tongue. All right, and I don't know if all the nations still have their own tongues, but they are going to have to speak Hebrew to communicate with us. We're not going to speak their languages. All right, you know how everybody had to learn English with us. So the truth of the matter is, now that I think about it, everybody's going to have to actually learn the Hebrew the proper way.
Five
right?
cities shall speak the language of Canaan.
Exactly, because the government is going to be speaking Hebrew. We're not going to lower us. We'll know your language, but we're not going to lower ourselves to speak it.
We're gonna beat it out of their ass like
Right.
they did us.
Okay, we're not gonna lower ourselves to speak it. But there won't be anything you'll be able to say to the judges that they won't understand. Matter of fact, we'll even know your thoughts the same as the Lord.
Oh, so they are protesting. Okay, so yeah, there's protests going on now against the against that shit. Yeah, because we saw a bunch of Edomites with signs and shit walking back.
Oh, the National Guard.
Yeah, they want to protest the government and different agencies coming to the city.
The alphabet agencies and all that.
Hey, Brandon Johnson had the motherfucking the salt trucks lined up to block some of the ice trucks.
Yeah, hella salt truck.
What?
Yeah. They all down there, down Columbus.
So he had the salt trucks to block the ice trucks.
Yeah, like block
Man,
them.
what do we be telling you, man? They get this shit cracking.
Yeah.
All you need is something like that one goofy in the movie, and when they having a Mexican standoff, and everybody got guns, his goof ass trip and fall, making noise. Next boom. What that dude?
Getting Cheddar Bob.
Right.
Getting Cheddar Bob on the line right now, man.
Nervous
Yeah.
You want to fuck with us, yeah?
Right. Need that one goofy dude to set this shit off, man.
Yeah, man. You want to fuck with us? You want to fuck with us, yeah? Boom.
You get my little brother, your best kill speed.
Yeah, that's where they get ready to go. That's all that shit going, man. They want to get this shit cracking. Because Mexican independence is next week. So that's when downtown becomes, a clusterfuck of rice and beans.
Which makes sense why we were leaving the west side, southwest side over there behind. The tournament was over. What's the name of that place again?
The Wind Trust.
Yeah, the Wintrust Arena. It was over there, which is on the other side of Midway.
Sir.
So that's it's north. It's south of Survey. But it's on the other side of Midway Airport.
Bedford Park, that's the neighborhood.
Yeah, Bedford Park, which is still Chicago, which I didn't know. I thought Bedford Park was in the city.
I did too.
I didn't realize it was still in Chicago. But man, Chicago big as fuck.
That nigga did. Damn.
But that neighborhood is mostly Mexican, mostly. And then depending on how far south or west you go, you start getting into the Edomites and stuff. But mostly around the airport is mostly Issachar. All right? And when we just left there, and all you saw was the vendors out selling all the Mexican flags.
Yeah.
And and with every Mexican flag was a Haitian Christian flag too.
Virgin Mary.
Of course.
You gotta have that.
Yeah. But so they get ready to, get all their flags, hang them out their cars, get their bandanas, and they get ready to stand, do what they do. And they gonna be in that fuck ice mode. So, get it all cracking, man.
Get this shit cracking.
Powerful niggatry at work.
These 2/3, man, they got to get all aboard that pain train, man. It's well deserved and overdue. Right.
Isaiah 9 and 7, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever.
Right, so that's the churches don't teach that.
Man.
They teach that you're gonna be up beyond the clouds. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible never said that. It never said that. That's a doctrine of men. All right? The ruling class, the heaven's gonna be here on earth with the Israelites ruling. 12,000 men from each one of those 12 tribes. That's going to be your government right here on earth. They will be immortals. There will be nothing you can do to them. Imbued with power from on high. All right, and King David will be leading them again, the world's mightiest warrior. There's no other man in the history of mankind that killed tens of thousands of men with his own hands. No other man can claim that. And that man is going to head up the army of heaven here on earth again. All right, and sooner than you think. Bring it out.
It's the book of Revelations 21 and verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth was passed away.
Right, that's this one. Heaven also means rulership. See, they don't teach you anything in them churches. I was in them churches the first half of my life, man, and I didn't learn nothing. All right? Jesus wept.
Right, that's it.
That's it.
Shit, I learned that shit from Ice Cube
Right.
on Barbershop.
Go ahead.
And there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven,
Right?
prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
That's the bride right there. The 12 tribes of Israel. 144,000. 12,000 men from each of the 12 tribes. All right, go ahead.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them.
See, I didn't have to call. I was going to call for that. Brother already had it. Go ahead.
It says, and be their power, and Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
So no more pain, man. You know, because right now, sometimes you think about your ex. I actually had a text message with my children, the mother of my children today. You know, because it was a curse day. Right? But, you know, you're not going to, none of that. You're not going to feel no pain. Those are your family members that don't make it, your friends that don't make it. You're not going to have no connections to them. You're going to be in that new body. That new, the Lord's going to wipe all that away. Besides, we understand that already. But I understand that as people that I love, that the only correction that they're going to receive is death. And that might be a hard pill for your average form of Christianism to understand that concept, to understand that truth. But there's some people that there is no correcting them. The only correction is that death by pain, which is written in the scriptures. They have to die. Now, some the Lord might have mercy on them and take them instantly, but the majority of them are going to get death by pain. It's written. That's their punishment. That's their punishment for not. That's their punishment for not obeying and listening when the prophets were here to tell them. Right? And for those who scoff and talk all that crap, but they can't come with any scriptures to prove it's wrong. Just going off their emotions and their feelings. You got a question, brother?
I just want one question. Big man, I know y'all out here be doing y'all thing. And I always stop, I always want to stop back. I always want to ask, but if God loved us so much, why would God take our mothers away from us? Why would God take our kids away from us? Why would God take our sisters and our people? If he loved us so much out of life, and I know the flesh and blood through our Christ, but he loved us so much. Why would he take the people? Why would he hurt us in that type of way?
That's a good
Why
answer.
would he
Are you ready for the answer?
hurt us like that?
Okay, but are you ready for the answer?
I'm ready for it.
Okay, somebody give me Isaiah 45 and 7 and get Deuteronomy. Because you got to understand it. And that love went for everybody. That was for the people on that sign. And the people on that sign, all right, you had a woman that you loved before. Just answer the question, yes or no.
I had one my love.
Okay, you had a woman that you loved before. And did you ever have a woman that you loved before that betrayed you? Is that woman not with you no more, right?
Right.
Okay, now even if it wasn't you, if it was a friend or a brother, a cousin, a best friend, everybody knows a man that was done extremely wrong by a woman.
Yeah.
That he loved and cared for and did everything he could for. We all know that. The Lord feels that way about us when we betrayed him and didn't follow his law, statutes, and commandments. We were his adorned bride. We basically committed adultery against our Father. And there's a reason for that. And for doing that, we got put under curses. And so the Lord was going to leave us in those conditions where he was going to kill our children, make our lives suffer, kill our friends, take our mothers and fathers and brothers. That's all a part of the curses that's written in this book. All right? But now, we're at the end of that. That's the beauty of it.
Right.
And those curses are now beginning to fall on the other nations. They're not going through what we were through. That's why they're on the internet crying every day. And I'm talking about these pale folks.
Right.
They call themselves white, but they're really not. They're really red. And the Bible calls them Edomites. Okay, so that's what they are. So what you got to understand is that we are under curses. Now let's get some scriptures to substantiate all this.
I got that. Isaiah.
Okay. Okay. Who got the Isaiah?
Me.
Okay, well, let him bring it out, brother. You behind the camera.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, in verse 7. This is the Lord speaking. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
The Lord is the one that creates evil and peace, darkness and light. He does all those things. Somebody get all issues of death belong to the Lord. All right? Somebody grab that. But see, they won't teach you this in church. They don't even read these scriptures.
I know.
They run from scriptures like this because that doesn't fit the narrative that they want to fool all these people into thinking that God is just love and only love when he's not. That we serve a very vengeful and angry and jealous God. Right? We do.
I got Psalm 68.
Go ahead.
This Psalm 68, it says, straight to the point, Psalm 68 verse 20 says, he that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto God, the Lord, belong the issues from death.
So when he took your friend, your best friend, your cousin, your mother, your brother, it was written that something that they did, the Lord did that. And even if you'll say, well, my brother was good, I'm the bad one. My brother did, and I'm the one to get on the dirt. Because I've heard that too. Matter of fact, I got one of my friends who grew up who feels that way now. He feels like Mark, and I love Mark too. He was like my brother too. But he feels like Mark was the good one, which he was. All right? But then he didn't understand judgment. That, do you know that the scriptures clearly tell you that every 3-4 generations we regenerate. All right? Did you know, were you aware of that? Okay, so we come back again. All right? Okay, so basically, Mark died because he paid for something in his last life. It wasn't in this one.
I want to cut you off.
Because Mark was a good dude.
I want to cut you off for 1 minute.
Go ahead.
When we die,
Right?
when we die,
Okay.
that's going to be our judgment when we die.
No.
That's going to be our judgment when we die.
Give me a scripture.
Ain't going to go through no scriptures, whatever.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
It's already on black and white.
Hold on. Listen to me here. Listen to me.
That's going to be our judgment when we die.
To see if you're gonna stand here with us, when you ask me a question about the Bible, but then you don't want to hear what the Bible says.
Right.
And so if we can't go back and forth according to Scripture, then what's the point of us?
Give me a gown so I can put me a gown on so I can collaborate with y'all.
No, but you got to stand over there and listen and learn, because what you did was just bucked up against the Bible. You made it. Death is not the end. Death is just you go to sleep and you wait your turn to come back. Your judgment is laid out here.
No, I ain't saying it.
Listen to me, brother. That's what it sounded like to me. Your judgment is played out here on earth. Real quick, we're still going to get the things you were holding. Get well, you can get that one. But I want 2 Ezra 14.
Can you give me something I can put on? Go ahead, like when y'all.
You gotta earn this, brother. That's just like you walking
Give
in
me
the
something I can
dojo
put on.
and me giving you a color belt. You're getting a white belt. Go ahead.
In 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 35, it says, for after death,
Wait for the train to go by. Okay, now no distraction. Read.
in 2 Ezra 14 and 35, and it reads, and after death shall the judgment come. It says, when we shall live again.
When we shall live again.
Our eternal life.
No.
Listen to me.
Listen, wait.
That's
wait.
not scriptural, bro.
Wait.
You want to comment or what? You gotta be quiet, brother.
Once our
You don't
spirit
know.
got, Once I spirit in y'all body,
That's not how it works,
that's
brother.
the judgment. The
That-
boss is upstairs.
He
though.
just read it to you, brother. He just read it to you. Your spirit does go to the Lord, then he sends it back.
I'm saying.
Listen to me.
Wait, let me cross this out with you right quick. Once your spirit leave your body,
Right?
once you die, that spirit gonna leave your body.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be your judgment right there.
And it depends on how you look at it.
Wait, let me break it down
Because
for
it
you.
could be my judgment to die.
Wait.
But that don't mean I'm not going to come back again.
Was the flesh and blood that laid in the coffin. Was the flesh and blood. Which ain't nothing.
Brother.
Number flesh and blood.
All right, we had enough, bro.
The spirit.
Keep reading. 'Cause
Get the leave up.
Now you playing semantics and you being silly, brother.
I ain't
Go
being
ahead.
silly.
Just real quick, as far as judgment, when our spirit go back to what? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh,
Right,
we come back.
I want to talk about our judgment.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
What's under the sun? The earth. This is a place of judgment. You go to the world and rest. And then after up to 3-4 generations, the Lord sends you back here to live out your judgment. So that's why you might be born with a limp.
We live in our judgment now.
Right, exactly. Because you left the spirit world. What I'm gonna guess you about late 50s, early 60s. So you left the spirit world about 60-something years ago. And now you listen to me. Listen to me. And now you've been living out your judgment. Okay? If you get now, I would say if you live to be 80, 90, but that's not gonna happen because America don't have
You ain't got
that long left.
No, you ain't got
I can't.
You're not God.
He revealed his secrets to the servants
He
of prophets.
revealed his secrets to the servants of prophets.
Now you're not God. But go ahead and finish.
You know what? You can move along, brother.
Move along, man.
Because you ain't.
I want to be
This no, you know you don't, brother. No, you don't. We done with you, bro.
No, you got the answers. So go.
Yeah,
go.
so you can
go buy you a garment and go set up your church, man. You got the answers. Wait.
Yeah. Make sure you. Hey, but make sure. Listen to me.
No,
Make sure
you
you
got
get
it.
a border blue and some fringes.
You got it.
Because it's rich.
Yeah.
All right.
You got
Yeah.
it.
Listen. Don't speak. Get you a garment, a linen, with a border blue and some fringes, and you can go right over there and teach everybody.
But what if we could have got to that garment, we could have touched that garment.
Right.
We wouldn't have had no pain,
Let somebody
no
read.
worry. We
Ecclesiastes
wouldn't have had none of it. We could have just got to that
And
garment.
moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So ultimately, when we come back, when we're born into new flesh, and our spirit is brought down to new flesh, our judgment play out here on earth.
You should have started at 15 because you get that whole break.
And you know that's that. And see, that dude, he been walking by and never said nothing until now, and basically just condemned himself.
Yeah. Now he about to get his judgment.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, now he about to get that death by pain. After he heard the whole breakdown of the death by pain coming. Then that's the time he decided to speak and be full of fun and scoff. I recognize his face. I recognize his face, but I don't ever remember communicating with him. And he said, I've been coming here for years. And so he decided, I got a question. Today he spoke, and he condemned himself.
This is John chapter 9, just going into the judgment coming after death. When we get that judgment from the Most High, the Lord send you back on earth and you have that judgment. You see the apostles, and Yahushua taught that in the apostles' movement. Right? This is John 9, in verse 1. It says, as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. It says, and his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? So when you go into the context that they obviously knew about reincarnation, because they said, who did sin, this man or his parents? If the man had sinned, it couldn't have been in that lifetime because he was born blind, right? So it had to have been in his past life, right? When he came back and he played out that judgment.
That question proves that they understood the regeneration, reincarnation. They understood it. That's why they asked him, why is he born blind? Why is he living out his life this way right now? Who did sin? All right? Go ahead, brother.
And it says, verse 4, Oh, it's like in verse 3, it says, nor, it's like Yahushua answered, neither have this man sinned nor his parents, but the works of God should be made manifest in him.
So the Lord did it, to think about it, man, the Lord made that man blind just so he could flex. So he had to live his life up to that point, just so the Lord could flex. See how easy that was? Right? Just so the Lord could flex, man. And all of a sudden, and everybody that grew up with him and knew him, they knew this nigga couldn't see. You know, when they was little kids, they stuck their foot out right. The kids is
Cruel as fuck.
mean, cruel, threw shit at them. You know? Yeah, but nevertheless, the people were very well aware, and all of a sudden, the dude could see, which means he probably was giving out a lot of. Yeah, all the people that he had issues with, he could see their ass now.
He doing them all boys.
Right. He was like, oh, shit, that was you.
Hey, he hears your voice, he does the Arthur.
Yeah, but on the serious tip, you know, the Lord, that man was going blind just so that Yahushua could flex. And basically just give the disciples thank you. Increase their
Who
faith.
do men say that I am?
Exactly.
When he asked, he's like, a lot. When they started naming, is because what? They understood this was that prophet coming back as Yahushua. They didn't like, hey man, you have another name? In the spirit of Ezekiel, Jeremiah. That's why they're like, who do men say that I am?
If I can add, the people, they knew he was born blind. So you had believers and unbelievers that knew this man. So the believers had their faith increased and the unbelievers believed.
Yeah.
Off of that miracle.
Right, exactly.
Edification in that.
Khan, that was a great point to bring up, young God. That was a beautiful point. It was to increase the faith of everyone. So now, even some scoffing ass nigga in the back that was hating.
Right.
It's like, damn.
He did that.
Right.
He is him.
Exactly.
Him all alone.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of Yahweh, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. So yeah, that man, he came here, and then he asked his question, and at first he wanted to act like, you know, that he was listening.
We wanted to understand why he had pain.
And then his wickedness started to show once he heard something that he didn't fully agree with.
Yeah.
And then he just started babbling folly.
He told the Lord that he was wrong, not us, because we're reading the scriptures. And you're coming out of the scriptures, you said, no, that's not right, but it's saying it plainly, man.
Right. Exactly. And that's enough to get you killed.
Sorry y'all for that.
That's enough for you to get that death by pain.
This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain.
Now go to like 10 and read all that. Because this was with him and many other Israelites are doing, man. You know, they want to party and bullshit.
This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Yep. So now, you know, Esau and Jake is getting on the internet every day crying about how they can't make it. All right, Esau more than Jake, because Jake used to struggle. All right, but some of them well-to-do Jake, they used to be middle class. They ain't having a hard time. Yep. All right, them former middle class, they having a hard time.
And why? Because they live within their means. America doesn't teach you financial literacy. That's why not only is this the highest that Jake had been in debt, but they're reporting that those credit cards are basically going towards groceries. So now your headphones, not them luxuries that, like he said, the middle class used to just add to the cart. Click, click. And at the house, hell no, man. Now it's go for it. Now it's a pack of bananas, man.
Yeah, no more family vacation.
That's right.
Go on every year.
Yeah, the vacation spots are suffering big time.
Oh yeah, tourism
Tourism is down.
brutal.
All right. Even Dexter over there in Jamaica can't get his adultery on like he used to.
Go on.
Right. So, you know, them gals, they don't come like they used to.
What happened about the boom boom?
They didn't renew the NASCAR shit because they were losing money. So all that rah-rah shit, they're gonna take it to Joliet where the real hunkers drive, you know? That shit ain't in the city, man. They went
to Joliet.
Yeah,
that's where they should have took it in the first place.
Will County.
They come down here and mess up the man. Niggas don't watch. Man, even these Edomite nerds that live downtown, man. These yuppies don't watch NASCAR.
Not
That's
only
some hillbilly shit, man.
But I was about to say the only niggas that poor enough to support NASCAR are fucking rednecks, and they're too poor.
Right. When that NASCAR shit goes on, nobody that's actually in the city of Chicago goes to that shit.
Right.
It's usually motherfuckers from either neighboring suburbs.
But people from Joliet and people driving up from Southern Illinois,
Came
people
here, so
driving up from Indianapolis, Wisconsin, all right?
That's to watch niggas drive fast in a circle.
Right.
Do left turns all fucking
drive
day.
fast in a circle. That's the sport. The car doing all the work.
I can turn left faster than you, nigga.
Right. Hitting all these lefts, nigga. Where's the skill at?
Not only
Is it
that, but
not-
that shit's lethal. You remember
National
fucking,
Association of Sports Car Racing.
It's one right turn. Oh, shit. No, because they all turning left.
Yeah. I worked that shit before. When I was in the world, I was younger. My pop's church used to do a fundraiser working for the NASCAR Speedway out in Joliet. And like you said, it ain't shit but fucking rednecks, trailer trash, and fucking Busch Light beer.
NASCAR. They made an acronym. It means non-athletic sports centered around rednecks.
Right.
This is golf.
And it probably was the white guy that did that.
That's why they mad at that nigga Drewski right now, though. That nigga Drewski just did the skit. The nigga put on a white face and was acting like a redneck at a NASCAR event.
Bro, the redneck's like, hey man, I can't even front. That nigga looks just like me. Bring his ass in.
You said you lost, boy? That shit funny as hell, man.
That is a you lost.
Hey, there was an Edomite that basically got to defending him. He said, there's no way that you're the ruling class and complain about whiteface. Because when were you persecuted for it? They're like, y'all niggas are wild for crying over that shit.
They were crying over whiteface.
Like, nigga, you should be glad somebody wore
they
a
trying to
warrior
cancel
costume, nigga. What the fuck?
They trying to cancel that nigga.
It's just funny, man.
They want him off the internet.
It shows hypocrisy. You eat them, because now you like, now they like, well, I guess it's okay for us to do blackface. You started this shit.
And you've been doing it all along.
Ain't never
Hey,
stopped.
and the difference between what Drewski did in the blackface shit, he wasn't making a caricature of white people, man.
Exactly.
All he did was put some fucking baby powder on his fucking face, man. These niggas go out there and paint their lips red as fuck, you know, fucking make tar babies out of their fucking self and talk shit all day. And then you got the nerve to compare that, and not to mention all the bullshit that you did using the blackface. This nigga made a joke. Y'all persecuted a whole group of people behind the blackface,
For
man.
generations. For like 3-4 decades, man.
Your media, every time you made, the 10 Commandments, that's whiteface, asshole. The picture of Caesar Borgia in your church, that's whiteface, Esau.
You taking
you're a
on
goddamn
identity.
hypocrite,
The
man.
Vikings,
The Vikings,
the Brits, the Scots,
that's
all
whiteface.
They gave it a fancy
Those
word.
people were not white.
They gave it a fancy word, so it's cool. Iconoclasm.
Yeah.
That's all they did.
Iconoclasm is it's a fancy way of saying
Whiteface.
whiteface.
Exactly.
And you've been perpetuating that for centuries, man. So you want to get mad at her because a nigga made a 1-minute skit showing your actual real behavior?
And the shit was so good, Elder, that they actually thought he was a white man. Like the white people that was in the skit with him, they didn't know he was playing. They really thought he was a white man out there,
Meanwhile,
bro.
sitting on his lap, smoking the square. He putting the square to me, He walking up, giving white women hugs and shit. Like, That shit was too real, man.
Wow.
That nigga say, you lost, boy?
You lost, boy. Hey, he was talking to a whole nigga. He said, you lost, boy. That shit was funny.
He said, you coming to watch NASCAR?
Right.
Sure you ain't lost, boy?
Hey man, but that in itself show you the downfall of Esau Edom, man. You know, that in itself, man. Yeah. You know, because hey, a couple decades ago, Jacob didn't been here for shit. No. You know?
That was him?
Yeah, that was him.
Wow.
Funny as hell.
Why he look like that UFC fighter? What's his name?
I know who you talking
The
about.
big dude with the big gut.
Nelson.
Yeah, Roy Nelson.
Roy Nelson.
Yeah. He looked like Roy Nelson, man.
Yeah, no, he executed though.
I mean, day by day we see more examples.
Roy, and for the record, Roy Nelson is a nigga. He definitely one of them scattered birds, one of them speckled birds among the so-called white man that looks like a white man.
Yeah, and day by day we see more examples Esau Edom's kingdom collapsing.
Look, bro, I turned I clicked on my phone and clicked on Murph sent it to me. I opened up an Instagram and it showed this Jake carrying this big booty Edomite. Mm-hmm. And he takes over, lays on the bed, and there's 3 more Jakes on the bed. Right? and the caption said, about to get clapped by 4 ninjas. Damn. All right? So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm saying this shit on Instagram. So I clicked that thing. The broad is bad. Every damn near every one of her videos, she's twerking, right? In a pool, her booty's in what they call a hot tub. Yeah. Outside the hot tub, you see a nigga with a towel on.
Making waves.
Right. I'm like, damn. Then I clicked on another one, and this time the nigga carried her to the bed, and it's about to get clapped by 10 niggas. I just clicked it off after that. I was done. But the flip side of it is that shows you that this man is finished. Right. Damn. That kind of look like her. And that's the thing. Yep. just make her hair blonde and there you go. But
that white woman.
the way she looking, she done done that shit.
Yeah, that sweet white nectar.
But the point is though, is that's what I'm talking about. It's over.
It's over. That's right. This is the book of Micah chapter 2. I started verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise and work evil upon their beds.
144:12.
And work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away.
Yeah. And they're still doing it. Yeah. Look at the genocide campaign over there in Western Asia. All right? Saying that they had the right to defend themselves. Okay? When they're the one that orchestrated the whole situation in the first place.
Defending their lives. In the UK, he even hopped on it, man. He was going into it because Esau has this extreme victim villain thing that he's gonna play into the end. Although he's the one this exciting violence, but he's gonna make it seem like, oh, it's Jake. You know, like it was these little chicks in the UK. They fucking had weapons out, so Jake started recording them. You know, just like, why the fuck y'all get weapons out? And they trying to make it seem like he's trying to rape them, or, oh, these girls are in danger. No, they're not in fucking danger, man. It's a simple fact that these motherfuckers are actually the real predators.
Oh yeah, that was a fucked up thing. Yeah, these girls actually were just brandishing weapons, and he had nothing to do with it. And what Esau did was immediately jumped on. She had to use a hatchet and a knife to defend herself. What?
And if we didn't have phones, that would have been the story, and that nigga would have been dead.
Yeah, if that would, exactly. There you go, man.
The veil is being lifted, so you've been exposed. The wickedness you are, you can't hide yourself. The Lord is bringing swift destruction on you.
That's right. It says, they take them away, so they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And that's what the brother Hypocrisy I was talking about, man. You know, how for generations
you can't be who you are.
Nope. Yep. He want to be everybody but the wicked.
Yeah, you know, that's the whole Toby scene.
Oh, master. Toby,
right?
Good nigga.
What's your name? Boy, he was saying, my name is Kunta Kinte. They beat him damn near till he was dead. And finally he was like, well shit, I guess I'll just have to be Toby. If I guess I'm gonna die as Kunta right here, right now. Right?
He's still real though. shit, that's around the time he was still running. He really had played the trick to submit to that name, but shit, he obviously went on that spirit because he named his daughter Jesus. Yeah, but that was how the Lord took that away from us. Even if Jake wanted to have that spirit for our heritage, shit, if you was that fucking bold, you would get killed or stripped to the point where you better off with it.
Yeah. And she was, she's the one that gave birth to Chicken George. She had the little terrier. But you give her, but at least Kizzy did. And when upon his death, she went to the grave. Kizzy learned how to read and write under the table. Upon his death, she went and wrote on his tombstone his real name. And they had Toby on there. She scratched it out and she put on his tombstone and put the kid table.
And these niggas still want to be black. In the new comic book series, the Absolute Batman, they showed that to what you were just talking about. Because Bane captured Batman and he beat him half to death. He worked him until like he wanted to stab something. He let him escape. He caught him again, beat him even worse. Then like stripped him, took out his like some organs, cut him off, cut his hair off completely.
Batman been up to
Man, look, then he let him escape. He let him escape again. Then beat him even worse until like his brain was fully dead until he fully submitted. And he just kept repeating the process.
So now Batman is a servant to Bane.
No. He got out of it.
But that's what he did.
He kept his mental. Every time he caught him, he just kept his mental. Kept going like how he said it.
Oh, so he played the joke.
Yeah.
I mean, he played the game until he was able to actually get away for real.
Yeah.
Hey, Elder, that's the same thing that nigga Ramsey Bolton did in the Game of Thrones, bro. Kidnapped that nigga Reek. Or I can't even remember the nigga real name right now.
Cut his rod off.
Let the nigga go. Theon. Let the nigga go. Called him back again. Beat the nigga to the nigga. Theon was to the point where he was saying, my name is Reek. Then Ramsey tell the nigga, hey, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go to your father's house and act like Theon. He said, but I can't be Theon. Like, I'm Reek. That's how fucked up Theon was. And that shows you the Edomite.
I remember that. That was crazy. Yeah, I need you to go and beat Theon. Wow, I forgot.
That nigga said, huh? I'm Reek though. Even to the point when he went back to his father's house, his sister was like, y'all sure this Theon, bro? Because the nigga was having trouble being Theon.
Then in the middle of our teaching, in the middle of application, y'all have to do a couple activities. That's a dude, man. That's crazy.
Fire for that.
That's exactly what it was. That was a dude. That was a dude with titties, man. Go ahead, bro.
Just to back up, you know, what Esau Edom has done to our people throughout the generations, man. This is the book of Daniel 9 and verse 11. Point is in verse 12. Daniel 9 and 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, because we have sinned against them.
Now, it would have been a really good scripture for I don't never said it. Because I pretty much explained that, and then he just read the scripture to substantiate what I said. We never say anything up here that the scriptures don't back up. All right? I'm not going to say something and then can't use the scripture to substantiate what I've said. Read.
Verse 12, it says, he have confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. Right? Because if you look at the torture message that Esau Edom put our people through, man, hey, feeding our babies to alligators, chopping off our men's rods, you know, hey, cutting out the baby fetuses out of our pregnant women, man. You know, that was done to the so-called
I got a book at home that has that account of when they hung that woman upside down and slit her belly. Because those are lessons that I did over a decade ago in that book. And that book has, I'm gonna go back into that book because they deleted most of them. You know, when that GMS Maccabean Spirit, them early videos, they deleted most of them. So I'm gonna go back and redo it. All right, that's the spirit. But it has an account of when that woman was complaining of the injustice because they had just hung her husband, who had nothing to do with what had just happened, and they beat her husband and hung him, and she was complaining. And then they grabbed her, beat her ass, hung her upside down, slit her belly open. Her baby fell out, and then they all trampled on the baby.
Fuck.
Right?
Baby
And
could
then,
cry.
yep. And then they riddled her body with bullets. Okay. Yeah, these are white Christian males, and police officers, and firemen, and yeah, the men of the city.
The men in uniform you women love.
Yeah.
And they're the Malcolm
Trust.
In a famous account, I know Jake seen it. You know, it was an account where ultimately Esau Edom put a Jake on a tow truck. You know, basically his body was sliding on the ground. You know, a group of Edomites came, burned his Jake alive. You know, and that's where you get the whole term picnic from. You know, ultimately, you know, Esau Edom, you know, torturing Jake. You know, dissecting Jake, eating Jake. You know, cutting off Jake's rod, man, and they keep it as souvenirs.
Yeah, they would burn them, and then they would riddle their bodies with hundreds of bullets, and then sometimes they would chop their bodies into hundreds of pieces and sell them to the crowd for souvenirs, and people would buy them, and they would put them in jars with water and keep that shit, pickle it.
That's what they did in that tournament.
This is part of that nigga.
Yeah.
Making shoes and furniture out of their skin and bones.
Yeah, man. So, and all these things were happening right here in America by Christians.
Yeah.
That's the same. The son and the grandson, the grandson and the son and the same wicked men are the same Edomite pastors you go into their churches today. All right? What's that one that I love you dude always smiling? It's Joel Osteen. When that one dude was like, hey, it's Joel Osteen, let me take a picture. Hey, you a piece of shit. he was on the picture. And he said, yeah, man. Yeah, you a piece of shit.
Right. And when that hurricane hit, that nigga kept his doors locked.
Yeah.
Lock the door.
Nigga had money all in the goddamn walls. Hey man, that nigga Joel Osteen wicked as hell.
Yeah, I got this gigantic church that's on a hill that's elevated from the flood waters. Open them doors and let them people sleep in these pews. What, they gonna steal the pews?
The money that's in the wall.
The money that he had in the wall. The nigga had money all in the wall, man. Tax evasion. Hey, that nigga's a dirty motherfucker. Money in the flow, money in the
Plumber's supposed to fix the pipes.
Yeah.
So the plumber must,
Got paid.
hold on, he's supposed to fix the pipes. What you doing over there?
There ain't no pipes over there, brother.
You see that nigga reaching in his jacket and shit? My bad.
Old Sam about to get gangster.
Put it back.
Bumpy Johnson over there.
Leave and forget you ever seen. You never saw this.
Right. You ain't see shit. You hear me?
All of a sudden that New York accent come out.
Right. Right.
I thought you was from Texas.
Hey, yo, B. Put the money back, B.
Flip back. I use candy.
Go ahead, bro.
It's about Esau. Psalm 73, verse 5. It says, they're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued as other men. Right now, the police are killing a so-called black man and get away with it.
On film.
Yeah.
Innocent, unarmed. And it's happened hundreds of times. All right?
It says, therefore, pride compasseth about them as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment.
There you go. Violence covered them as a garment. They can't wait to do some shit to Jacob. Esau be armed to the teeth. I've seen an Edomite. I've seen a video. This was years ago. An Edomite was in a park with a gun, pointing at people and everything. And they came and hey buddy, it's gonna be all right. But they talked it down.
Yeah.
Got on the Lord gun, tackled him, took him into custody. All right. A couple weeks before that, there was a Jake who had the retarded student or the mentally challenged, whatever you.
Elijah McLean.
All right. And his counselor, the guy who worked with him, went and sat with him. He tried to talk him down and calm him down. And the police rolled up and shot him. Think you're the doctor, the therapist, his therapist, his counselor. But went out there to go sit with him and try to calm him down and everything. The police rolled up and shot him. Then told him to put his hands up. He's like, nigga, you just shot me. He's like, I can't.
Put your hand behind your back.
He said, put your hands up. He's rolling around bleeding.
Stop resisting.
Right.
Oh, man.
Right.
Damn.
This man is trying to help this troubled young man.
Yeah.
And they just rolled up. Bam.
Yeah.
And he like, what the fuck? Now he don't want to be a counselor.
I bet he does.
Then a nigga, right, you done shot me in the gut. And then telling me, when you get shot, what you trying to, your natural, any type of wound, your natural thing is to compress it, to try to stop the bleeding. All right? That's what any natural person, this nigga just got shot in the gut and they tell him to put his hands on.
Bro,
All right?
no lie.
But he want to find mercy. Scripture say you gonna have judgment without mercy.
Hold
That
up.
show no mercy. Man.
I want to mind you on an unarmed man.
Yeah,
Jake B on the cell phone get shot 50 times.
yeah. Sean Bell.
Right. What? It's like, wait, hold on, baby, I gotta call you back. He's got a gun. Pow, 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 pow. Right. Nigga can't even fall down, he gets shot so many times.
Yep.
He go to fall, they stand him back up.
Hit him some more.
Right. Does he get hit so many times? You know? It's like, can I just fall down and die? Could y'all just stop?
Come on, man. He's so
Right. I got 20 niggas pointing guns at me. Everybody's shooting out multiple rounds.
Everybody clip him.
and that's coming to a city near you.
Yeah,
Real soon.
Sean Bell, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Cell phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
The kid you was talking about was Elijah McClain, and Tamir Rice in the park.
No. That's another story. I'm talking, this guy was a big guy. This was an adult.
Oh, shit.
This guy was mentally challenged. He may have been a teenager. This dude was big. This dude was like 300 pounds.
Oh, they did the same shit to another special ed
And
kid.
no, they didn't shoot him. They shot his therapist. He stabbed this big
Damn,
kid.
bro.
He came out. Yeah, he was autistic. He came out to try to help him. You know, and people call the police because you got this big old giant that's autistic. Right. And so his therapist came out. And the police rolled up and shot the therapist. He sat down with him. He calmed him down and got him to sit down. And he's sitting down next to him and they talking and stuff. And then the police pull up, skirt, hop out and shoot the therapist. Wow. Wow. Right. Yeah, that's the account. Shot him in the broad daylight in the park. And then literally about a week later, they showed this other scene. It just showed you the two different systems of justice. This white man, this Edomite, who had a handgun, I think it was in San Diego, I know it was in California, but he was in a park and he had waving a handgun around. A little girl and the mom walked by. Now you know if that was Jake, he'd have got shot 200 times. He's waving a handgun around and the white women with children walking by. Man, they'd have shot the hell out of him. But they came in, surrounded him, talked him down. Everything's gonna be okay, buddy. We're lowering our weapons. You know? Right.
God damn, man.
Y'all know you just want to talk. Right. You know, they come, they de-escalation like a motherfucker.
Yeah, even bagged up from him. I seen one where they bagged up from him. He walked up with an assault rifle to the police.
Yeah.
And they just bagged up in the car.
Yeah.
He got the gun at his window. Edomite.
Now you know.
Bagged up the ride.
Now you know Jake would have dropped the gun. They still would have shot him.
Yeah. Right. This nigga walking up
like,
looking at that.
Right. He just saw it coming and dropped it. They still would have lit him up.
Yep. Right.
Like, oh shit, it's 2 minutes. I better put this gun down. And they're like, thanks. Pow, 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 pow. Right.
Hey, man, I thank God I'm not Edomite. Because the shit you got coming for you, boy, you ain't gonna get no rest. No rest.
It's starting to happen already.
Yeah.
Right, they're already crying on the internet about how they live in paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And they still can't make it. Husband and wife, 6-figure incomes can't make it. It's like Ariella said. They have not. No one was really taught economics. They weren't taught financial literacy at all. All right, they don't really teach that. Right? Unless you got an adult in your life who understands it and teaches it to you. The average American student. The average American student, a military person, entering into their adulthood according to America and going off on their own, they don't have anyone really to guide them like that. And you know, so what you think will happen? You give a 19, 20-year-old, 2 credit cards with a $5,000, $10,000 limit. Right. He gonna be in $100,000 worth of debt you know, within a couple months.
300
If you don't have, right.
Fucked. You're gonna be fucked. You're gonna go to the dealership, 300 credit score, you can be like, man, what can I get? He gonna tell you, you can get the fuck out of my office. That's what he gonna tell you.
Right.
You can get the fuck off this lot and go to Western and buy a lemon.
And on the flip side, they'll give you $100,000 in student loans at the age of 17, 18. No job history, no credit history, no none of this shit. They'll give you that with an exorbitant ass interest rate. But you can't go buy a building.
You can't get a business loan.
Nope.
They ain't gonna give you that.
Nothing that you can turn around and be prosperous with.
That's it. Those same dainties that they give these heathens that come in this country, the tax exemptions, they give them small business loans all day, but
All
you
day
can't
long.
open up shop in their
Matter of
neighborhood.
fact, one of the things they did to the Koreans after World War II, after the Korean War, was when they brought a lot of them over here, they got the little Korean towns and stuff. They gave them a house, they gave them a car, and they gave them $10,000 a a lot of them they also gave business loans.
Yep.
Right? Because they knew what they did to Korea was wrong. You split that fucking country up.
Fuck them up.
All right? But now they back together and they're against you.
Right.
All right?
That's right.
The North and South Korea is no longer in war. They were BRICS.
Brick Squad,
All right?
it's over with.
So it's done. So somebody read, we're going to wrap it up. Somebody get Psalm 73. He's not in trouble. I know we read it. We're going to read it again. And then you can get Obadiah. Matter of fact, get Lamentations 4, 21, 22. And then somebody get Deuteronomy 30 and 7, because it's not just Edom, curses are falling on. Look at how Ishmael is getting fucked up over there by Esau. All right, and we've been watching Ishmael die basically since 9/11, and Allah ain't helped him at all. He's been getting bombed and shot up, all right, and he's screaming Allah, and the bomb's still dropping on him. The machine gun fire still lighting his ass, all right. So if that ain't enough proof for you people who trust in Allah, then he ain't helping nobody. Be like, damn, man, a lot of them niggas get fucked up. Man, I need to find a new guy.
Man. Fucked up. They in Europe running amok though, I ain't gonna lie.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Right? Because the curses is coming upon our enemies. Now, what's that? Deuteronomy 27. Curses is coming upon our enemies, man. They starting to feel it. And it says, verse 22, it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. Right, 2nd Ezra 69. Hey, for Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that follow it. It says, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Right, the Lord is dissecting Esau's kingdom right now, man. Economically, this place is being destroyed. The morality of this place is being destroyed. Esau is starting to suffer. He's starting to see it, man.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's serious. They got the helicopter. Go ahead, brother.
Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
Let this be the day. Let it begin. It's got to start one day. It's got to be a day where everything seems normal and all of a sudden it ain't no more. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord, Yahweh, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yeah, man, the curse is coming upon our enemies, man. You know, hey, all of a sudden you're seeing homeless Edomites in Jake's neighborhood begging for change.
Yep.
Shit.
Yes, you do. Right? And you see Becky rolling through the hood looking for D&D.
That's right. Dicking drugs.
Dicking drugs. Right? Okay. So go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 4. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
The body of hell, that's ending.
That's right.
It's even your president. Even the White House is forced to run distraction after distraction after distraction to keep him out of trouble. Yep. And all his rich friends. That's happening. The Wadi of Howard, he's left at that. They are in trouble now. We got that Deuteronomy. We'll wrap it up. That'll be the last one.
Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
There it is, man. So the curses are starting to fall upon Esau either. And all I'm gonna say to you is enjoy them. All right? Welcome to the party, motherfuckers. That's right. So with that, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, Ba'am Yasharallah,
Abba.
Go, champ.